Dialectics is not real. Every time I hear somebody explain dialectics, the explanation consists of two unrelated things, declaring them contradictory, then announcing that history has somehow magically emerged from the contradiction. It feels less like a method of analysis and more of a machine designed to convert observations into paragraphs. If I said ass and rain form a contradiction, you'd laugh at me. But if I said replace us with bourgeoisie, you'd go, damn, this is theory.
The reason you find dialectics absurd is that you imagine ideas as objects rather than relations. You think a contradiction is a disagreement between two propositions, as if it were a school debate being resolved. In reality, contradiction is the engine through which phenomena become what they are. The seed contradicts the tree, the worker contradicts capital. Dialectical thought concerns itself with the movement through which things continuously produce and transform one another. What appears ridiculous at the level of isolated objects becomes obvious at the level of process.
Exactly what I mean. You can inflate any sentence into a metaphysical event. The seed doesn't contradict the tree, you doof. I don't need a German philosopher in a turtleneck to explain that the worker and capital are engaged in historical antagonism. Sometimes a seed is just a seed.
Your phrasing is revealing. You'd claim Cocomelon YouTube is just a YouTube channel, yet the entire history of thought consists of discovering that things are never merely themselves. They are nodes within larger structures whose logic exceeds the awareness of the participants involved.
Why did you bring up Cocomelon YouTube?
Because Cocomelon YouTube is the clearest example.
The clearest example of what?
Of a phenomenon which appears at first glance to be an object, but reveals itself to be a process upon closer inspection. You think Cocomelon YouTube is a series of videos. This is analogous to believing a factory is a collection of machines. Such descriptions are not wrong, simply superficial. The reality of the factory lies in the social relations it organizes. Likewise, the reality of Cocomelon YouTube lies not in the videos themselves, but in the continuous reproduction of consumption, attention, behavior, expectation through which it perpetuates its own existence.
Dramatic way to describe a cartoon for toddlers. You are just using bourgeois speak to say children watch videos and then watch more videos in a convoluted way, as if Cocomelon YouTube had become a self-aware industrial power directing the development of civilization from a hidden command bunker beneath the earth.
Which it hasn't?
Stop looking so pleased with yourself.
I cannot. The liberal imagination is addicted to relationships. A causes B, B causes C. The dialectical imagination understands that systems cease to resemble chains and begin resembling loops. Capital produces workers who produce capital. Ideology produces subjects who produce ideology. The dialectical centipede munching on its own anus. Cocomelon YouTube produces viewers who produce the conditions under which Cocomelon YouTube continues to exist. The circularity is the phenomenon. The cocoa is the melon is the cocoa. The seed is the tree and the ass is eaten.
I genuinely cannot tell whether you have discovered a profound truth about modern society or just accidentally elevated Cocomelon YouTube to the status of an immortal cosmic principle.
The fact that you experience those possibilities as distinct is itself significant. You continue to imagine Cocomelon YouTube exists inside YouTube, which exists inside capitalism, which exists inside history. But dialectical analysis compels us to reverse the telescope. We must ask whether those categories have been ordered incorrectly from the beginning.
I have no idea what you are talking about anymore.
Naturally, because the highest stage of dialectical thought is recognizing that the question was never whether Cocomelon YouTube is a product of history. The question is whether history, during this particular phase of its development, has become one of the ways Cocomelon YouTube watches itself.
The bad website. Like and subscribe.